Welcome back to Peril Pending, and wouldn't you know it, Andrew's back in the news. Yeah, it seems that Prince Andrew, formerly Prince Andrew, I shouldn't say Prince anymore, is back in the news. There's an investigation to see whether or not during his time as foreign minister or secretary or whatever it was, if it was not all above board, and something tells me it wasn't. Today we're going to look at a clip on Jeremy Vine, where the panel chat about this, chat about his history, chat about whether or not this means that we need to look at the Queen a bit differently, and listen to a few callers and what they have to say. Let's get into it.
Borrow the money, I guess. Sharon in Staffordshire, what do you think of this? Because this is all about what we think of the Queen, the late Queen.
Right then, good morning, Jeremy.
Morning.
And panel. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about this. The Queen and her legacy need to be thrown under the bus.
Agreed.
They are an absolute disgrace. You know, she knew exactly what Andrew was up to, yet she continued to cover it up.
You don't know what he was up to with Epstein, because he would, when you think about the Emily Maitlis interview, he would have said the same things to Her Majesty, wouldn't he? He would have said...
Yeah, he would have said, "Oh yes, mummy, even though I'm the prince and I have a very high paying job and an enormous amount of wealth, I just had to stay at the house of this convicted paedophile. I just had to. And I couldn't have been... Yes, there's a photo of me there, but if you notice, in the photo, I'm sweating. And I don't sweat, remember, mummy? I don't sweat. And also, I've once ate an American hot pizza at Pizza Express, and I never sweat a bit." Jeremy, really? You think that... I mean, anybody who would believe that... Come on.
Oh, it was just an ordinary shooting party.
Oh, no, Jeremy, I'm sorry. I think she knew exactly what was going on there. I don't care if she does. As a mother, you do know, or you've got some kind of instinct. As a mother...
I question whether or not she did know exactly what was going on, but even just to use Jeremy's defense against him here, if he said what he said in that interview with Emily Maitlis to his mum, there's no way she could believe that. And then to go on and pay the 12 million from money that we give them as the public, I mean, that stinks to high heaven. A lot of them need to be rid. We'd save so much money at a time when we seem to be trying to target the working class again. What is it? It's around the 2 million a year mark we give them in security and royal grants.
What do you think, Kay?
And then on top of it,
Let Sharon, let Kay come back.
Sharon, hi, good morning. Kay Burley.
morning.
I'm not sure I completely agree with you there. I think of all the fabulous things that the Queen has done.
Prince Andrew raped children. Kay Burley. What fabulous things has the Queen done that means her son can rape children?
And also, you want to believe the best of your child, don't you? So if he was
Yes, but if he was telling her what he said in the interview, who would believe that? Not even a mother would. I know my mum certainly wouldn't.
telling her that, then I'm guessing she would be believing him.
Yeah, Sharon.
No, Kate, why would you, if your child is doing something that is not correct under your eyes, would you try to cover that up? I'm sorry, as a mother, I would.
Well, hang on, Kay, because you just said you would. You just said that you would want to believe them. And then when asked, well, if you were in their shoes, would you do it? You said you wouldn't. So what's your stance here, Kay? Maybe you need to take off those rose-tinted glasses towards the royal family, you, Jeremy, all the rich elites, and realise that you're trying to peddle justice for the wrong person. You're trying to defend the paedophile.
Not.
Kay would have to put herself in the position of the Queen, which might be difficult.
Why are you two laughing? This is serious. This is the worst child trafficking crime in the history of this planet, I believe. Well, modern history, we'll say. This is the largest, most prolific paedophile ring, and you two are laughing.
And again,
Yeah, rolling news royalty.
In general, I don't care whether she's the Queen or not.
There we go. I think she realised that she had a big fucking greasy smile on her face whilst we're talking about a man who raped children.
I don't care. It's principles. Nobody's thinking about the victims, what's happened to these victims.
Thank you, Sharon. Exactly. These two here are having a little laugh. Oh, you might have to pretend that you're the queen if you really want to understand this. Nope. No, I don't. No, I don't. It's pretty cut and dry. Why would she pay the 12 million? She clearly knew something. And I get trying to protect your child, but using taxpayers' money, and also this is you've got enough sons and you're at the end of your life. Do something good. Get rid. He raped children.
Why would you pay 12 million for something that you don't know anything about? Tell me why then. Why?
That's Ali.
Those are the two bits that are most alarming. So I actually agree with Kay in terms of, as a parent, I'm a parent of a cat, but I don't know if that quite
It doesn't count. That was really embarrassing.
Counts. But you would assume that the Queen thinks that
the parent of a dog would be more than the parent of a cat. They're very self-sufficient, but that's a whole other topic.
Best of her child and tends to believe him. But the two bits that are most alarming to me are, one, she did say that his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein was unwise, so knew that there was something there, and did privately fund the reported around £12 million to Virginia, the late Virginia Guthrie, which...
And, we all saw the photo of them walking in Central Park, which was after Epstein's conviction.
Yeah.
Sharon, thank you. Michelle in London, hi.
Oh, hi, Jeremy. Hi, panel. Kay Burley, I absolutely love you. It's great to see you on TV.
Thank you. That's great.
Here's my thoughts about it. I'm not...
I think the Americans going to be on the side of the royals because I don't know what it is, but the Americans love the royal family.
I'm not a massive royalist, even though I do admire the royal family, and I, have a special place in my heart for the Queen. Since her intervention apparently came back in 2001, I just think that she was being a good mother.
Being a good mother. Hey, don't worry, son. I know you raped this woman when she was a child, but I'll pay her off. Don't worry, son. I'm going to enable child rape. Don't worry, son.
Maybe saw one of her sons kind of, drifting aimlessly.
Oh, this is talking about the job. Yes, sorry. Yeah, forget what I just said. This is about the fact that it looks like the Queen was the one that said, "Hey, government, give my son the job," even though he's completely underqualified. Again, I don't agree with that either. So somebody who has trained in the areas necessary to get that job now doesn't get it because some rich queen came along and said, "No, I want my son to have it." Yeah, I still stand against that as well.
And just wanted to kind of steer him in the right direction. And then you did mention Jeremy earlier. You said, what kind of country kind of are we?
Also, steer him in the right direction. It didn't steer him in the right direction. He became a pedophile.
That has the UK honor system, and it kind of works the same way. Some things are done with a smile and a wink.
The Sir thing has been so devalued. Yeah, that's true. We are weird in that way, I suppose. I mean, you've got lords and ladies and sirs and all that. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be surprised if you're royal. You can get any job you want. No?
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to get any job you want if you're a royal. You should be able to get the job you're qualified for, which as a royal is sweet fuck all.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I guess my question to Michelle. Hi, Michelle. My question would be: I agree on the trade envoy, right? This is 2001. It's before the Jeffrey Epstein links. But afterwards, when he's been twice pictured with someone who at that point had been convicted of child sexual offences, surely you don't, even if it's your child, do you give them your full support? Is this me not being a parent, not understanding?
She said it was unwise, and for the late Queen, saying something like unwise is pretty strong language.
Okay, really? Oh my God. Stop defending the Queen, okay? Oh, she said it was unwise. That's pretty strong. Yes, I'm not going to talk about the fact that she did then pay her 12 million to keep her mouth shut during the Jubilee. But she said it was unwise, and that's really all we can expect of the Queen. Kate, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the Queen's terminology of calling it unwise, we all know that carries
Who's we? Who's we? To me, that sounds like the least you could fucking do.
weight. And so we know that she wasn't obviously approving of his actions. If I had children, at that point, I would not be able to defend them if I saw.
See, this is exactly what happened with Kay Burley there as well. This caller, Michelle and Kay, at the start of the clip, both said like, "Oh, it's fine. Oh, she was just defending her child. She just wants the best for her child." But if it was me, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to do this at all. Yeah, that's the true bit. You wouldn't be able to do it. So why is it okay for the Queen to do it, but neither one of you two would do it? You'd be able to see through this.
Even half of the purported evidence, but maybe she had her mom blinders on. There are some mothers that
mum
will
blinders.
stick with you to the bitter end.
Yeah, mum blinders. What mum hasn't let their child rape other children? Their grown adult child rape children. Yeah, it's just mum blinders.
Oh, there are dad blinders as well. I've got 2 daughters, so I know.
So what, Jeremy? If your 2 daughters started raping children, you wouldn't pull them up on it? You would just enable it and pay off the victims? Is that what you're saying, Jeremy? Because I'm not too sure what your point is here.
Listen, I think that is big mitigation, actually. Thank you, Michelle. The Lib Dems who asked the government to release...
We don't need to see this little bit. We're just going to skip forward to the next caller.
I didn't understand that money because Andrew had to then sell his chalet, which was worth 13 million, we were told. He then didn't have enough money to pay off the original debt on it from the vendor who'd lent him money to buy it, weirdly. And so that suggested that he was trying to find money to somehow pay the Queen back, which is something I never understood. But if she paid 12 million to Virginia Giuffre...
No, not if. She did pay. She did pay 12 million to Virginia Giuffre.
To keep things quiet during her Jubilee year, that wouldn't be good, would it?
No, it wouldn't. But I'm not privy. I wasn't privy.
Look at that. Even when the evidence is so freaking clear, Kay Burley can't seem to criticise the Queen.
To the conversations between the two of them, so I don't know what conversations they may have had. On the face of it, as you say, it doesn't look great, but I think she was... I don't know what to say, except...
No.
Yeah, so then why did you open your mouth to try and defend it? You should have just left it at, yeah, on the face of it, this doesn't look great.
That she was a mother, and she was...
She was a mother! Exactly. The children that Prince Andrew is alleged to have raped, did they have mothers? Are we allowed to talk about those mothers and those children? Or are we just allowed to talk about the Queen because she's a mother and her son raped children?
Trying to support her son. I don't know how much she knew about Epstein.
And also, this was a really slippery slope. It wasn't a sudden event. It was a relationship that built slowly, where we only discovered about Epstein slowly, where Andrew was caught in the jaws of that thing.
What? Jeremy, you're not trying to suggest that Andrew's the victim here, are you? He was caught in the jaws of this. That's a very unusual phrasing there. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying your choice of words is odd, considering he's a child rapist and his mum paid off the victim, even though he allegedly had never met her. Come on.
Slowly. The Central Park photo may have been arranged by Epstein, we now understand. He got someone to photograph.
Yeah. He took blackmail. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein was a freaking monster. And he blackmailed every single person, allegedly, that went onto his island. That doesn't make the child rapists that he's blackmailing the victims. They raped children, Jeremy.
Them because he wanted that leverage. He kept everything. So that's me attempting to find some excuse for
I think
the Queen.
Jesus Christ. That's me attempting to find some excuse as to why the Queen should be defended for paying the victim of her son who raped her as a child 12 million. 12 million that came from taxpayers as well. Jeremy. Jesus. How low can you sink?